Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me today. It is Saturday. No, it's already Sunday, February the 4th. I'm all over the place on my date here. Excuse me. So, Sunday, February the 4th, we're going to be doing messages for all signs for Monday, February the 5th. And then we'll do 5 minutes of Reiki. And after that, we will do free for all questions and cards of the day. All right, so let's get started with Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. What do I have for you guys for the 5th of February? Aries, I feel like you guys are going to be trying to be invisible in some way on the 5th. You're going to be wishing that people would not notice you or wanting people to not notice you. So you're trying to stay under the radar and keep a low profile on the 5th, Aries. I feel like the reason for this for most of you just has to do with that you want to get some things accomplished, and you know that if other people are around, then that's going to interfere with you having time to do the things that you actually want to get accomplished and get done. Okay, so that's Aries. Let's look at Taurus. Taurus. For the 5th of February, what do we have going on for you? Taurus, I feel like it's going to be a good day for you guys to focus on grounding. If you have grounding exercises that you normally do, or if you can get outside, it's going to be a good day to focus on grounding. I do believe there's going to be something happening, Taurus, that on the 5th is going to have you feeling a little bit triggered. For a lot of you, this is going to have to do with some type of relationship in your life. For different ones of you, it'll be a different type of relationship. For some of you, this will have to do with people at work. Some of you, it'll be people in the family. Some of you, it'll be friends. But whatever it is that's happening, it feels like it's going to be triggering you into a sort of insecure place. So it's going to be really important to get grounded. What I'm hearing is that for some of you, you're finding out somebody that you really enjoy having as a part of your life is going to be moving, and they won't be so close by anymore. I'm sure that that's not what's happening for all of you Tauruses, but something is triggering you about somebody that you're in some kind of relationship with. And so it's going to be important to be grounded. Mitchell Gatewood, glad to see you back in the room again, my dear. Happy Sunday. Romy Bach, hello. I hope you are doing well. I'm fantastic. Thank you. Let's see about Gemini. Oh, Geminis, I think you're working on something to do with your house or your home or your family life, somewhere in that category. On the 5th, you're trying to set some kind of foundation in place or strengthen the foundation that's in place. So this can have to do with relationships with teenagers or with parents, but this can also have to do with maybe the purchase of a home or rehab of a home or just even rearranging a home. But there's something where you are making changes to home or where you're making changes to relationships in the family. But it's definitely something domestic that you're working on improving and solidifying more on the 5th. Geminis. Lena Augusto. Hello. Glad to see you here. You guys haven't had it good for a while. I'm sorry to hear that, honey. I know for a while Scorpios weren't having anything good either, so I have been there. Tammy Bambi, how are you, my dear? Glad to see you in the room. For those of you who are here, if you don't mind, and if you haven't already, please share. That only helps me. Plus, it's more fun the more people are in the room. Let's take a peek at Cancer for the 5th of February. For some of you, this has to do with children, and for others of you, this doesn't. But there's going to be some reason, Cancers, why you guys are getting back to basics on the 5th. For some of you, the children in your life or the child in your life is going to be what causes you to go back to the basics, basic colors, red, green, yellow, those types of things. just the very most basic things about life. For others of you, this won't have anything to do with children, but this will have to do with a project that you're working on or a goal that you have that maybe you were making progress on before, but you kind of made it too complicated, or you've added this or changed up that. And you're realizing that, all the bells and whistles aren't really working for you. Maybe it's time to get back to the basics. If you're trying to lose weight, maybe it's time to get back to exercising. But there's something definitely coming through here, Cancers, about going back to the basics on the 5th. I'm hearing some of you are going into a boot camp for exercise. Let's look at Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. I'm glad to hear that you are good, Tammy. Aw, awesome. That's great. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, the first thing that I'm seeing whenever I dig in for you guys is I'm seeing speakers. And I'm not sure exactly what it means. Some of you guys may be literally hooking up speakers, repairing speakers, placing speakers as in things that audio comes out of, devices that audio comes out of. So there's something going on with speakers as far as that, as far as technology-wise, Leo. The other thing that I feel like, is it really that simple? I really guess all of you Leos are going to have some kind of interaction or spend some activity on the 5th dealing with speakers in some form or version. Don't laugh me out of the house, guys, until Monday's over. Then let's see what happens. Hello there, Gemma. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. How are you? Let's take a peek at Virgos. Spirit's teasing me. What if I tell you speakers for Virgos, too? Let's see. What do I really see for Virgos? Virgos, I almost see you hibernating like a bear. I'm seeing you looking for a shelter or for protection, and maybe realizing that things that used to make you feel sheltered or feel protected don't do as good a job as they used to anymore. For some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, this has to do with an addiction, some kind of escape that you normally use to kind of escape from real life and allow yourself to sort of decompress, that this escape isn't allowing you to decompress as much as it used to. And so you may be looking for a new way to decompress, so to speak, from life, Virgos, on the 5th. Excuse me. I'm hearing that for some of you, too, you won't have access to your normal way of decompressing. And so that's why you're going to be looking for a new way to do that, Virgos. So this could be like, kids are on the computer and they need it for homework, and you normally like to play, I don't know, a game on Facebook to decompress or something. Who knows? But anyway, whatever it is that you normally use to decompress, I think you're going to be looking for something new on Monday. And it may be because of something that another person is doing that sort of is an obstacle to you doing whatever you would normally do for that. Virgo sun sign there for you? I hope that makes sense. Libra. What I'm hearing is round and round and round we go, and I'm getting like this infinity symbol. You guys are definitely stuck in some kind of cycle that's coming in on Monday. It could be as simple as round and round and round we go. Here's another week at work. I could see that being a part of this. But the first impression that I really got has more to do with relationships. Like, we're in this routine with our relationships where We're just doing the same old, the same old, the same old, the same old, the same old. It's very predictable. For some people, that's very comfortable. For some people, not so much. I think that round and round and round we go. You guys are in some kind of routine where probably one or the other of you, whether this is a friend or a significant other or whatever, one or the other persons of you is not too happy with this routine. Like they would like to see something about it changed. And so far, that change is not there because round and round and round we go, still in that same cycle. Okay, so that is Libra. Libra, Libra. Now we're on to Scorpio here in a minute. Scorpios. What I'm seeing for us is a snake, and for me, a snake is a good thing because it talks about metamorphosis because it loses its skin every summer and creates new skin. But I'm seeing the snake crawl up and around a tree. And so when I'm seeing this, I do feel like we are going through a metamorphosis, Scorpios. And for those of us who have been wondering, is this metamorphosis really a good thing or is this really a bad thing? I think this is telling us because the snake is going up the tree that not only is this metamorphosis happening, but also that we are moving up. We're moving up towards our goals. We're moving up towards the top of that tree. I have a similar picture in this deck. I'm trying to find that picture right now. Here we go. So to me, this is positive momentum. And it's also, when a snake is going up a tree, that's like a vertical climb. So, we're definitely moving upward. We may be becoming more enlightened. This is similar. This actually has two snakes on it, but this is what I was thinking of. The first thing that popped into my head when I saw the actual vision, I saw this is the closest way I have of showing you this. And it just has, it would just be if you could just imagine one snake just moving up this tree, take away the little face of the lady there. So moving upwards, transforming in an upward way. For a lot of us, this is going to be becoming enlightened, but for others of us, this is going to play out in the career factor. And for others of us, this is playing out that, we are becoming more enlightened about our relationships and what we actually want from our relationships. But moving up, we're making good forward progress in that whole transformation. We're making forward progress because I feel like Scorpios, we just either came through a transformation. I think a lot of us have come through a transformation, or we are coming through a transformation that's pushing us into the forward progress momentum and away from any old cycles or old ruts. We've already broke out of those. Now we are pushing upwards. Okay, so that's Scorpio. And by the way, we're being very wise about doing that, Scorpios. Let's look at Sagittarius. Hey, there's Chris Prattis. Hello, hello. Natalie Luffner. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Glad to see you guys here. Sagittarius, what do I have coming up for you guys? Sagittarius, I'm feeling a weaving loom. A weaving loom. Almost said womb. A weaving loom with, I think you guys are creating something that's entirely complex on this weaving loom. For some of you, you may be getting pregnant. Just the fact that womb came out of my mouth would be a good indicator. And of course, when you're weaving something that's incredibly complicated, that could be likened to the baby forming in the womb. So for some of you Sagittarians, you may be getting pregnant or you may be finding out that you're pregnant, but something around a pregnancy. For others of you Sagittarians, I do believe that you are also making plans. You're making plans for something that is coming up, and you're making plans for something that has a lot of moving parts. Maybe this is planning for a vacation, or maybe you're planning to launch a business, or maybe you're planning on springing some big news on your family, and everybody's going to have different reactions, but there's something that you are definitely putting some thought into, Sagittarius. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Those of you who have not already and who do not mind, please share. The more, the merrier. 3 more signs, and we're doing Reiki. I really like to have people in here in case they have questions about Reiki while I'm actually here. So please share. Capricorn, Capricorn, let's take a peek at you guys. Capricorns, what I'm getting on the 5th is that you feel like you're in the spotlight and like you're the only person in the spotlight. Maybe like you're the only person that's been left holding the bag on something that a group of you originally started, and now you're carrying all the responsibility, Capricorn, and everybody's looking at you. They don't realize it's all on you, and it really wasn't supposed to be that way. I think, though, Capricorns, with everybody having their eye on you, I think you're actually handling this pretty well. Because I feel like for a lot of you, there were 4 people involved in whatever the situation is that you're now handling completely by yourself. And those people, as they are not involved, it's kind of like you've sort of adjusted as each one has left. And so you know how to do everything that needs to be done. You just, and you're just kind of taking it in stride. Okay, well, Sherry left, so I'm going to pick up this part of the slack where she was. And then, maybe a week or 2 later, somebody else leaves and you're like, okay, well, I'll pick up this part of the slack on the project. That's not that big of a deal. Until finally, you're the only one left standing. And I'm also hearing you're going to be the only one left to receive credit for this project because you are the only one left standing. Okay, so that's for Capricorn. Thank you for sharing, Ricky. I appreciate that. Aquarians, what do we have for you guys? Aquarius. Aquarians. What Spirit is saying to me as I look into you guys is drink from the cup of life because it's overflowing. And I really think these are more words of encouragement than necessarily predictions for you, or words of advice than necessarily a prediction for you. That, there are so many opportunities. There are so many things that you could focus on. There are so many things that you could do, and so just do something. Just do something. Pick something and just do it. Don't let the multitude of options paralyze you. Pick something and do it. Honey, I don't even remember what I said about Capricorn now, so there's no way I could answer that. If I did not mention that it was work, then that means it could come in pretty well anywhere in your life, honey. A piece of notice. Well, we had plans to make wings today, but I think we're going to end up making pizza here. Homemade. Low carb. Pisces, let's take a peek of you guys. What do I have coming up for the fishy people? The fishy swimmers. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I'm hearing green, green, green. Take that green and run. Now, I don't know about all the other countries, but here in this country, green is paper money. Take the money and run. That's what I think a lot of you Pisces are going to be doing. You're going to be running to the bank with some money. Some of you are going to be running to put money into savings, but others of you already have plans for your money, and you are going to be using it. Not sure why that comes in on a Monday. So I don't think that's payday for most of us, but hey, I know that for me, a lot of times these messages actually manifest like 4 or 5 days after I say them. So maybe you're going to be taking your money and running on Friday, Pisces. I don't know, but showing up for Monday. You guys will have to kind of sort that out for yourself about if that timing is accurate or not. Shane, hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room. Sorry, Tammy. That's what I keep trying to tell people is that, this is not my information that I'm passing along to you. Whenever I'm feeling around to get that information and it comes in, once it goes out, it's gone, just like water. John Paul, glad to see you again, my dear. Yeah, you just missed Capricorn. Sorry, honey. Parmesan garlic wings. Yeah, I think we're going to do the spicy ones this time. I like honey and lemon pepper. Put some garlic with that too. Okay, so let's do Reiki for 5 minutes. I'm going to set the intention for whatever is best for each individual here. And then if you guys have something specific you want the Reiki to work on, feel free to adjust that intention. Those of you who are watching this broadcast after the fact know that all you have to do is receive the Reiki, and it will work for you just as well as for those who are here right now. And it's very simple to receive the Reiki. I hear somebody asking, how do I do that? Just say to yourself that I want to receive this Reiki. And guess what? It'll happen. It's that simple. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so it's 1:11 here. So at 16 after the hour, we're going to be finishing up with Reiki. Gosh, you guys are pulling energy like lickety split on me. There's a lot going out today. Thank you for understanding, John Paul. Thank you, Angela Lukes, on the sweater. I've had this sweater for such a long time. I've had this since I was married the first time, which means since, dear Lord, now I got to think about that. Let's see, I got married in 92. We were married for 12 years. So somewhere between 92 and 2004. Feet for Tammy Bambi. So if you want to set an intention, guys, for something more specific than just whatever will benefit you the most, all you have to do is think that in your head. I ask the Reiki to move to focus on da 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 da, whatever that da 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 might be for you. Manuela, glad to see you, my dear. We're doing Reiki right now. We have 3 minutes left. Well, you guys are pulling some energy this time, too. Must be a lot of you out there with the flu. I couldn't even tell you, honey, because I bought this thing at Goodwill like way back when. Two more minutes of Reiki. I am fantastic, my dear. Thank you for asking. We have snow clouds covering up the mountains. A little tiny bit of snow on the roads, not much. It's cold here today. It was supposed to be in the 40s. They lied. But I guess considering it's February, I really can't moan too much, can I? One more minute of Reiki. You guys are just pumping this Reiki through me big time. This is the most y'all have pulled in a while. They're striving. You're just in time for one more minute of Reiki. I know that you know that I'm not Amistad, so you don't have to type anything new to fix that. I know. It usually takes a few months for me to break in a new phone to say my name right whenever I try to type it, so I get it. I'm either Amistad or I'm Mr. All right, so that's our Reiki time. Okay, guys, let's open up the floor. Card of the day or a question. Pick one or the other, not both. Pop it up in the window. If you want a card of the day, you can just put COD. If you have a question, pop that up in there. Try to make the question as specific as possible. And yeah, here we go. You guys have already gotten away from me. COD for Manuela. Oh, and guess what, guys? I got a new deck of cards yesterday. Yay. Right now, they're still cleansing. I cleanse them for 3 days, but after that, I connect with them for 3 days. But in 5 days or 6 days, I'll be breaking in the new cards here too. COD with the good card. Lena Augusta. I want you to say something besides, will he want a relationship with me whenever I get down to your question, because I want you to put in, I don't know, a first initial or something, because will he could be, you know, it could be the guy next door. I mean, we want to make sure we get the answer that we're looking for here, okay? I actually was driving. I was gonna buy a birthday present for a little girl that was turning 12 at the rock store, but her dad was like, you just need to calm down there and not spend so much money. So I ended up not even making that road trip. I went to one that was close by instead. I got her a few bracelets, got my tarot cards. So I'll have to make that trip to the rock shop another time. Ricky Jorgensen. But I did still enjoy my time. Actually having the time to go out and look at stuff was nice. Okay, Ricky, Knight of Swords. There is some kind of situation in your life where you have within the past 24 hours, or you will within the next 24 hours, taken swift and dramatic action. And what I'm hearing is this action is to nip that situation in the bud. So somebody's starting to act out a little bit, and you're like, oh no, we're not having this. That's for Ricky. Chris Prattis, Amista, I know you don't remember, but you gave me a message with the vision you received, and you saw a cow with its nose glowing. I really don't remember that. You'll be working at a meat facility soon. Oh my God. I wonder why the nose was glowing. Please don't tell me in a month that you find out that they use radiation treatments in there or something for the cattle. That's trippy. Thank you for the verification, Chris Prattis. Gemma Croft Baker wants a COD. Gemma Croft Baker, you've got the 5 of Cups. That just tells me that sometime within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours, there's some kind of disappointment that you have experienced. Best advice for that is to let it go. As in, don't hold on to grudges and hatred and anger or hurts. It's toxic for you. That doesn't mean let the person do it again. It just means don't carry around that toxicity. Angela Lukes is up next for a card of the day. La da 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 da. A cow with a glowing nose. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Cow. Angela Lukes. Yay, you've got the Sun of Life. This just tells me that sometime within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours, you have been or will be doing something that you want to do in exactly the way that you want to do it, without anybody looking over your shoulder trying to tell you or micromanage you in any way about this thing, whatever it is. COD for striving. Wow. Striving. I'm not sure how many cards fell, but I can tell you it's more than 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete. I don't know how you say 8. 8 cards. You need a reading, my dear. That's my code with Spirit. If more than 5 cards fall when I'm shuffling for a person, I know they need a reading. And if I know you guys need a reading, I know you need a reading too. COD for striving. La, da, 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 da. Just because I'm saying that, don't feel obligated, though. All right, striving. 9 of Swords for you, my dear, sometime within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. There's something that you've been stressing out about a whole lot, and that stress or that weight has been lifted or will be lifted from your mind. Does that make sense for you? Striving. Natalie Leffler would like a COD. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 la da 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 da. Natalie Leffler. Okay, my dear, you've got the Hermit card. This just tells me you're going to be spending some time in self-reflection, probably alone, but if you're not alone, you're going to feel like you're alone even if you're around other people. Really looking at what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you trigger, what makes you glad. That's what I've got coming up for you, Ms. Natalie Leffler. Alrighty, who's next? Tammy Bambi. Dang it, I always think I'm going to stop right here, and then it always takes me too far. COD was a good card. All my cards are good cards because they're all accurate. Whether you like to hear it or not might be another story. I make no guarantees on that. I have no control over what you think of your card. Tammy Bambi. You did get what I would consider a good card. You got the World card, and the World card just tells me that there's some kind of cycle that you're completing. So something that you've manifested into your life that you've been dreaming about or working towards for a while. And now it's time to reset your goal. You've reached this one goal. Now it's time to set a new goal so you can reach the next goal. That's Tammy Bambi. You're quite welcome, striving. You're quite welcome on the Reiki, Lena. La da da da. Shane D wants a COD. Thank you, Lena. I appreciate that. Shane D wants a COD. 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 Okay, so Shane. 2 of Vessels. This is attraction, only it's in reverse. This is telling me that there's somebody that you were happy with how the situation was going with this other person, whether it was a romantic thing or whether it was just a friendship or a family relationship. And now it seems like things are going backwards. You guys have kind of hit a stalemate or a point where you kind of have to agree to disagree if you're going to be able to move forward. I don't think you've actually done that yet, but you could. You could. You could agree to disagree. Alrighty, so will Lenz want a relationship with Lena? I thought it was too bad too, because I was really looking forward to getting a nice stone for this little girl. And her dad's like, she's too young, she'll break it. I was like, it's a stone, you can't break it. So, who is this that I'm doing this for? This is for Lens. Okay, we just had a bunch of cards fall for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need 2 readings. My goodness. Okay, so I'm going to answer your question out of these 10 that fell. I'm only going to use 5 cards though, so let's take a peek, Lena. Will Lens want a relationship with Lena? L and L sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Lena in a baby carriage. Let's see. Looks like you guys have already been involved some way or other before, and it didn't turn out too hot. Looks like there was a lot of competition, like one or the other of you had other people in mind as well. So, he does miss you. I do have here that he does miss you. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is you being interested in other people or him being interested in other people. Let's take a peek at this. Ah, gotcha. So you're actually going to have the stronger energy of being interested in other people here, Miss Lena. I mean, it's not that there's not anybody that couldn't, take his attention if he wanted to go there, but I don't see him really wanting to go there. He has a much more loyal mindset than what you do whenever it comes to the idea of you two being together. But he does miss you. And I see you here as having cut off communication with him, that Queen of Swords in reverse, that you've cut off communication with him. So you're putting him in a difficult spot if you want him to come back. Because, when you're not talking to somebody, that makes it a little hard. But he definitely wants to, he definitely misses you. As far as what his intentions are, I wouldn't be able to say that I actually see his intentions, otherwise that he would like to have open and free-flowing communication with you at this point. If we would have, time to go into more than one question, we could go deeper into that. That would be perfect reading material, but I only do one question per person here so I can hit as many people as I possibly can. COD for Ms. Romy Bach. Romy, I think we're going to do Lenormand for you today. I haven't done Lenormand for anybody yet. I don't know if she's going to love those bracelets or not yet. She hasn't seen them so far. Not so far, but pretty soon, I think. As soon as she gets back from church. We shall find out. Alrighty. Okay, so Ms. Romy, your house card is the moon. And your cover card is the key. Ooh, that's interesting, Romy. This is basically saying your intuition is the key to the situation. So you want to be paying attention to your intuition. So either you have already done that within the past 24 hours, or you will be really paying attention to your intuition strongly within the next 24 hours. And what you're hitting intuitively, that's the key to this situation. So if you're having doubts about your intuition, stop that. Believe it. Intuition does not lead you wrong. La da 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 da. You're quite welcome. And you're quite welcome for the Reiki as well. Anna Minton. Aw, yeah, go ahead and go pick that up. You can pick it up just as easy later. It's not a slaughterhouse? Well, I didn't think that it was from what you just said. Still, though, the glowing nose makes me wonder, Seems like there's more to that than just that you're going to be working with cattle. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that's working out well for you. So you guys, you just heard the alarm go off, so I'm done with answering questions. We're doing CODs. Whoa, why is everything going by so fast? You've been really down the last few days. Oh, you're freaking out. Oh, because I dropped all those cards. Gotcha. Oh, you're doing meat packing? Hmm. Hmm. Gotcha, striving. I hear ya. You're ready? Cool, cool, Tammy. You ate all that's stress eating right there, honey. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate that. You're just hanging? Okay. I think she would have loved it. And I think she would have taken good care of it. But hey, I'm not the parent, so gotta be respectful. Oh, yeah, Elena, those cards fell for you too, didn't they? I love to do readings, guys. If y'all are really seriously, if anybody does want a reading, not just Striving or Lena, but if any of y'all want a reading, you guys know I love to read. So just get a hold of me. You can find all my contact information at my website. My website's www.amista.info, AMISTA.info. Same thing with Reiki sessions. I love doing Reiki and seeing how it affects people. So that's always fun too. Contact information for the Reiki sessions is the same as it is for readings. Just hit me up. Those of you who have never experienced a full Reiki session before from me, then let me know, because the first one's free, just so that you can see what you think about it. So if you're kind of curious, been thinking about checking it out, this is prime opportunity to take advantage of that. Shane D, if you don't know what that is yet, keep your eyes open for the next 24 hours. What goal you need to start? The goal will become obvious. It will become obvious. You're quite welcome, Lena. And you're quite welcome, Romy. Oh, I said that that's what it meant, was go back to that industry. Gotcha. Awesome, Lena. That's great. Okay, so thank you everybody so much for hanging out with me, spending time with me, and keeping me on my toes. Most importantly, it is so much more fun to do these transmissions whenever there are people here to interact with. So I can't thank you guys enough. Namaste. If you guys feel like I can help you with my services, feel free to contact me. I love to do what I do for a living. If you know other people that you think I could help, please let them know about me. And everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling rest of your day. And yeah, Sunday, rest of your week. Peace out, everybody. Bye.